Welcome back to Tinygrams Games, and I'm here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. And today I seek to address the question I get asked quite a bit, which is, hey Tiny, should I keep getting stars and farming this particular character, or should I move on to another character? Let's take a look at this. Essentially what this breaks down to, for me, is one important question. Is the character a toolbox character, or is the character a damage character, or somebody we would call a cannon? And these different characters, or these different types of characters, require radically different approaches. For instance, with a toolbox character, it's often not that necessary to get more stars on a character. Obviously, they will be better. Their base stats will be better. They'll have more health. They'll have slightly more attack. But when we're looking at somebody like Poe Dameron, are we really playing him for his attack abilities, or are we playing him for his toolbox abilities? That is his ability to taunt for multiple rounds, his ability to take turn timer away from people. Another example of this would be Old Daka. For myself, I was going for Old Daka all the way to 7 stars, mainly for just because she was going to be one of my elite characters. She would have a higher health pool, these kind of issues. But if you're just looking for a useful character, Old Daka at 4 stars even is quite good. She's still going to have a stun chance on her Insightful Blow. She'll still have a heal. She'll still have her Serve Again ability, her opportunity to resurrect people from the dead. So in other words, getting more stars for Old Daka is great. It makes her more resilient, but it isn't a necessity. These toolbox type characters can work just fine at a lower star level. Same kind of goes for gear. For someone like Poe, you really need to get him geared up because speed is so important in this game, and you want him to do his ability as early as possible. Additionally, because he's a tank, you really want him to have a lot of hit points. For someone like Old Daka, gear's still nice. You want her to have as much hit points as possible, and you want her to be as fast as possible. But these two elements of her aren't quite as critical. In other words, if there are other characters, say your canon characters, that you need to get speed and gear for first, you might want to concentrate there before coming back to someone like Old Daka. Phasma is another character that fits into this. Yes, getting her up to 7 stars and fully geared like I have her is amazing. But it's not exactly necessary. If she's 5, 6 stars, she's still doing her thing. She's still getting you bonus attacks. She's still giving turn meter up or turn meter down depending on the ability that you're using. In other words, they are toolbox characters. Let's turn then to these canon characters. So I had somebody recently respond to a video I made about Geonosian Soldier and say, Geonosian Soldier is terrible. He's not any good. He doesn't do damage. Now, you're right. If you unlock Geonosian Soldier and you bump him up to maybe 4 stars and you have him undergeared, he's pretty much pointless. And this is the whole point I'm trying to make, is that canon characters need to be geared up, starred up, because every little bit of damage, that's what makes them these amazing canon characters. And the Geonosian Soldier especially needs his speed up. It's one of the reasons why he's so awesome. Someone like IG-86 is slow as molasses already. His speed isn't quite as relevant. But one of the reasons why Geonosian Soldier is picked above IG-86 is because he goes before Poe. He goes before a number of other really good characters because his speed is so high. So if you haven't gotten him to gear level 9 yet, you're going to be missing out on some of his speed, and so you want to get there as fast as you can. Same as well as getting geared up and start up just for that damage. I've gone ahead and even maxed out the abilities, which at the top didn't do that much more damage, but every little bit of damage from your canon character, the one that you're really relying on. Okay, Geonosian Soldier, you're up, you got to take this guy out. If that's going to be your mentality, then you need to give the Geonosian Soldier every tool in his arsenal to be able to do that. Otherwise, why are you bothering? Why not play guys like Luminara, Sidious, Dooku, Phasma, Daka that have not just damage, but other abilities as well? So basically, to answer the question, we've got toolbox characters, we've got damage characters. If you've got a damage character, max that character out as fast as you can if you want to use them. A toolbox character, not so much. You can be a little more patient with that character. You do need to do some research to figure out what aspects of that character you need to bump up, but generally speaking, they are a little bit less resource intensive. So I'll see you next time on Tiny Grimes Games.